This conference will now be recorded.
Now, in today's session, we are going to discuss about the role of summary field and one-to-one association. How to map one-to-one association and how can we configure the role of summary field, we'll see, and then we'll move forward to one more feature, email templates. Okay, we'll see what exactly the email templates, how to send the email notifications from Salesforce to the external email IDs with the required subject and the content we'll see. So first of all, we have to understand what exactly the role of summary field, what is the use, and how to map the role of summary fields between the two objects, and what are the various functions this role of summary field will support. Okay, now let's see practically in this case. For example, assume that I have two objects. Okay, I have two objects which are associated. One is parent, second one is child. Okay, now, for example, assume that I have two objects. First one is a position object. Which is having some set of fields inside. Like it is having the position ID, name of the position, and the location. Assume that these are the three fields are available inside the position. I'm having the fields position ID and the name and the location, to which location the position is associated. I'm having the ID field and the name and the location. These are the three fields are available. Now I have some records inside my position. Okay, I have some records. The first position record, assume that P1001, name is some Java developer, is for Hyderabad. Second position P1002, this is some SFDC admin position, Salesforce.com admin position, it is for some Chennai location. Third one P1003, which is some manual tester. So this is for Hyderabad. So these are the three positions are available inside the position. So whenever we are posting some positions information inside our company website or careers column or any of the job portal, so many candidates has been applied. So to store all those candidates information, I have a candidate object. I have a candidate object, which is having the candidate's information, like as ID of the candidate and the name of the candidate, and then the age, along with the position name for which he has been applied. For which position he has been applied, to store this one, we are having another column. So this is my candidate object. Now, so I'm having that ID of that candidate and the candidate name and the age and the position. For which position he has been applied. Okay. Now, for example, the first candidate here. The first candidate name is some Ram Kumar. Ram Kumar has been applied for the SFDC admin position. So for the candidate, it is having the ITC 11101. Name is some Ram Kumar. And age some 29. He has been applied for the position SFDC admin. Then what it will store inside? ID of the position or name of the position? ID of the position. So it is storing that ID P1002. Okay. So because here the relationship field that we have between these two objects. Okay. There is a relation between these two objects. So now we are having the association between these two objects, which is of type master detail. Okay. So now from the position object to from the candidate object to we are having the association with the position object. There is a relation. Okay. There is a relation which is of type master detail. Master detail relation. Now the second candidate. One more candidate has been applied for this position. Let me create the second candidate. Candidate 102. His name is some Pawan. Age is some 34. He is applying for a position called as manual tester. Then what it will store inside this? P1003. It will be storing the ID of that position. One more candidate, C103. Now his name is Santosh. His age is some 31. He has been applied for the position, okay, SFDC admin. Then what it will store? P1002. Two candidates has been applied for the same position SFDC admin. One more candidate, C104. His name is like some Abhishek. His age is some 27. He has been applied for the position Java developer. So it will be having the ID P1001, ID of the position. One more candidate, C105. His name is some Srinivas. His age is some 37. He has been applied for the SFDC admin position. So it will be holding the P1002. So these are the various candidates has been applied for this position. We are having all the positions information inside the position object, and the candidates details are available inside the candidate object. But the data is related data. Okay, the data is related data. So these candidates have been applied for this position only. So that these are the childs of this particular position. So position object is the parent and the candidate is the child for because for one position multiple candidates has been applied. Okay, now. So now here in this case, now inside my organization, I'm having these two objects which are having some related records are available. Now, what I want to do, I want a column inside my position object. As a HR person, I want to know for this position how many number of candidates has been applied. I want to know. Okay, for each position, how many number of candidates has been applied. I want to know. Based on that count, I will decide whether we can go we can try to conduct the interviews for all these people, or whether we can schedule the interview in 1 weekday itself. It may be weekend, or it may be weekday. Suppose if more number of candidates has been applied for the same position, then at that time, I will request my technical panel to conduct the interviews on one weekend, one Saturday and Sunday, so that we can close it up. Suppose if very few people have been applied for this position, then I would like to inform to the technical panel based on their availability and a specific week date, maybe Tuesday or Monday or Saturday, I will schedule the interview also. So now based on that number of candidates count, I would like to take the decision. So for that one, I would like to have a column inside my position object which indicates how many number of candidates has been applied. Okay, I want the candidates count. Okay, I want the candidates count who has been applied for each and every position. So I would like to have a field here. Okay, the candidate count. Candidates count. I want the field inside my parent object in order to store how many number of candidates has been applied. Then how can we do this one? What we can do in this case? For that one, what needs to be done? We need to collect all the candidate records who has been applied for the position. So now in this case, we need to collect all the candidates and then we have to segregate the candidates into the various small groups based on the position ID. Okay, based on the position ID, I would like to segregate the people because I want to know for each and every position how many candidates has been applied. So for example, for the position P1001, that means Java developer, how many candidates has been applied? One person. So this is the person has been applied here. Only one person has been applied for that position. Okay, SFDC is Java developer here. This is the one candidate. That means what happened? Whatever the records are available inside my candidate object, that means child object, I would like to summarize. Summarizing is nothing but what? Splitting, grouping. Okay, I'm splitting the data to the various small groups based on what? Based on the parent ID. This is the parent record ID. This is the position record ID. Based on this position record, I would like to segregate the people. I would like to segregate the candidate records to the various small groups, so that I'm going to be summarizing. Summarizing in the sense of grouping. Okay, now. So I'm going to be grouping that. So now with that candidate position ID P1001, only one record is available. So that here I'm going to placing inside this. Which is the only candidate has been available with the position ID P1001. And then remaining next one. We are having with the position ID okay P1002. We are having okay 3 records are available here. Okay, we are having 3 records are available. With the position ID P1002, we are having 3 records are available. Okay, we are having 3 records are available. So now here I am going to be removing this record here. This is the P1003. So I am removing this. I am having that P1002. Okay, 3 records are available. Now, so we have 3 records are available. Okay, which are having the position ID as same, that is P1002. And after that, with the P1003, how many records are available? I want to know. So now here I'm having only one record is available. I'm collecting that record. I'm collecting this record. That means what? Whatever the child records are available, we are going to be dividing the child record to the various small groups based on the parent record. So these are the records. Okay, these are the records which are having the same ID. So this is the record which is having the ID. This is the record which is having the ID. That means whatever the child records are available, we are going to be segregating. We are grouping this record to the various small groups based on the parent ID. And once the records are being getting segregated to the various small groups, on these groups we can able to perform some operations. Okay, we can perform some operations. What kind of operations? We can perform some aggregate operations. Okay, we can perform some aggregate operations. So now what are those aggregate operations that we can able to perform in Salesforce? Now tell me generally aggregate function in the sense what? Aggregate function in the sense. For example, come to a general scenario. If anybody asks you what is your percentage in your graduation, what we can say? 70%, the 80%, the 85, 90, whatever we can say. So now how do you know what is this 80%, 90%? How can you calculate this? Average of all the subjects in all the semesters in all years. That means what? For example, I have attended that 4 years, BTech. So which is some 8 semester. In each semester, I'm having some 6 subjects, for example. 6 into 8, 48 subjects. We are collecting all the 48 subject marks. We are making it as total, and that total value we are dividing by the number of subjects. Then we will be getting the percentage like as 70%, 65, 80, 90, whatever. That means what? We are collecting a collection of values as input. That means all the 48 subject marks as input. On those 48 subject marks, we are performing some operation. Finally, we are producing only one value as a result. Okay. So in this case, whenever if you want to collect a group of values as input, and after collecting those group of inputs, if you after performing some operations on that input, we are generating only one value as a result. So these kind of functions are called as aggregate functions. Aggregate functions will collect a collection of values as input. On that input values, it will perform some certain operations, and finally it is producing only one value as a result. Okay, only one value will be returning to you as a result. It will collect multiple values as input. It may be 2 values, 20 values, 100 values, 1000 values, lakhs of and millions of values also. It will collect as input, and then on those collection of values, it will perform some certain operations, and finally it is producing only one value as a result. So at that time, we have to use the help of aggregate functions. Okay. So now what aggregate functions you are aware of? These are not new. That you are already aware of as part of your education, the mathematics also. What aggregate functions generally we are aware of? Count, minimum, max, sum. Okay. So now these are the aggregate functions: count function, minimum function, maximum function, sum function. These are called as aggregate functions. Okay, these are called as aggregate functions, which will collect a collection of values as input, be doing the counting over. Now, when you go to the minimum function, it will collect a collection of values as input. It will be finding out the smallest value from that value. If it is a maximum function, it will collect a group of values as input, and from that it will find out the highest value from that. If it is a sum function, it will collect a collection of values as input, will do the sum of all those values, like as a total value. So to perform this kind of operations on your group of values, we are using the help of aggregate functions. Okay, now. So now in this case, what needs to be done? Here, whatever the records are available inside my child object, we are going to be grouping those records into the various small groups based on the parent ID, and then on this record, on these groups, we can able to apply these aggregate functions. Okay, we can perform the operations. What operations we can perform? We can able to perform either count operation or minimum operation or maximum operation or some operation we can perform, and whatever the result has been getting available, the result we can able to produce inside that particular parent object. That means what? Inside my parent object, I want a field. Okay, I want a field which will be summarizing the child records information and which will be providing the result inside that parent record. So at that time, we have to use the help of roll-up summary field. Roll-up summary. Okay, roll-up means what? Here we are going to be grouping, and then on that group we are performing some operations. So in this case, when coming to the roll-up summary field is used to summarize the child records information. Summarizing means what? Grouping. Whatever the child records are available, we are going to be segregating all these records into the various small groups based on the parent record ID. Based on the parent record ID, we are summarizing the child records into the various groups, and on that groups we can perform some certain operations, and then the result we can able to produce inside your application also, inside your object also we can produce that. Whatever the result is available, that result we can able to place inside the parent object record. So whenever I'm opening the parent record, like as some position record, we can get the count also. Okay, we can get the count also, how many number of candidates has been applied for this position. So at that time, we can go with that, we can roll up summary field. So now roll-up summary field is nothing but a read-only system-generated field. Why? Because it's here. Now this calculation I'm not doing here. If you want to do, it will be taking more time. Here I'm having only some 5 to 6 records are there, so we can count very easily which a person has been applied for which position. Suppose if there is some millions of records are available, then what we should do? Grouping those records into that, okay, the various small groups will be taking more time. And having thousands of positions are available. Millions of people has been applied as of now. So dividing all these millions of records into various small groups will take more time. So I can't do that process manually by my own. I want to delegate this responsibility to the Salesforce application itself, which will take care of this entire process. So for that one, I want to make this process automated. So that here, I would like to create a field which is of type roll-up summary. So roll-up summary field is a system-generated field. It's a read-only field which is purely system-generated. That means this field value will not be generating by myself. This value I'm not entering by my own. Salesforce is going to be generating this value. How? By going to the child object, by summarizing the child records the various small groups, and those groups by performing some certain operation, it will generate the result. That result will be getting placing inside my record. Okay. Now, so in this case, for example, so for this position, okay, I want to count how many number of candidates has been applied. So now tell me for the first position record, okay, what is the value to be generating over here? Now, for the position P1001, how many records are there? Only one. So it will be giving the count as 1. And then for the second position here, what is the count value? 3, because in this group we are having 3 records are available. For the third position, we are having 1 more. Okay, we are having only 1. So here we can able to do this process, okay, automatically without calculating manually by your own. So that here we can able to make this responsibility to the Salesforce itself. We can delegate this responsibility to Salesforce itself. It will do automatically for you by default. So that we are going to be configuring the roll-up summary fields. And that too, for example, now you can raise a question. So once the roll-up summary is generating the value for this one, can I change this value to 10 here? Can I modify this value?
No.
No. Why? Because it is raising some ambiguity. Because in the candidate object, we are having only one candidate is there who has been applied for the same position. So if I'm changing to 10, then it will be wrong information. My application should not accept this kind of inconsistent data. It should be always having the quality and the accurate data inside the application. So that whenever you are delegating any responsibility to that Salesforce, then from there onwards, we can't edit that value. Salesforce will make that operation read only by default. It will be applied with locking mechanism on the field. So we can't modify that field value, even though you are an administrator also. Even though you are an administrator also, we can't modify that value. That value will be purely generated by Salesforce itself. Okay. So in this case, when coming to the roll-up summary field, roll-up summary is a read-only system-generated field. That means this field value cannot be editable by the user. We can't modify that value because that value will be generated by the Salesforce system itself. How? By summarizing the child records, okay, by grouping the child records into the various small groups, okay, based on the parent record ID, and then on those groups it is performing the aggregate functions, and then based on the aggregate function it is generating the result. The result will be placing inside your object itself. Okay, clear? So that simply we can say roll-up summary is a read-only system-generated field whose value will be generating by the Salesforce system itself. How it is going to be generating the value by summarizing the child records. It is summarizing the child records based on the parent ID, and then on those groups it is performing the aggregate operations, and the result will be producing inside your parent record. Okay, inside your parent object it is going to placing that value. So that roll-up summary field will be always available on the parent object, not on the child object. Okay, the fundamental principle is roll-up summary field can be applicable only on the parent object. That too, the association between the objects should be master detail. Okay, if the association is master detail, then only we can create the roll-up summary fields. Roll-up summary fields can't be applicable on the lookup associations. Okay, on the lookup associations, roll-up summary field cannot be applicable. Okay, roll-up summary field can't be applicable on the lookup associations. That's what already we have given that point also during the observation of lookup and master detail. Okay, so in this case, roll-up summary field can be always applicable on the parent object within the master detail association, not on the child object, not on the lookup associations. Sometimes in the interview point of view, there is a question. I want to apply the roll-up summary field on the parent object which is having the association with the child with lookup. The previous session already told you. If something is not possible through configuration, Apex programming, then what we can do, what we can use in the Apex programming especially, it's a simple concept. Okay. If you want to apply the roll-up summary functionality between the lookup association object, the only solution is triggers. Simple concept. Okay, clear? Now make a note of this one. Understood the concept here? Roll-up summary. If anybody is aware of the database concept, simply in one word I can say this is nothing but group by function. Okay, it's a group by function. Okay, so it is a read-only. It is a read-only system-generated field. It is a read-only system-generated field whose value will be generating by Salesforce. Whose value will be generating by Salesforce by summarizing the child records based on the parent ID, based on the parent ID, and will apply the aggregate functions, and produce the results in the parent record. And produce the results in the parent record. And produce the results in the parent record. Now, wait. Role of summary field can be always applicable in the master object, that means parent object. Parent object in the master detail association. In the master detail association. Not on the lookup, not on the child objects. So now role of summary field will generate the values or generate the results by applying the below aggregate functions. By applying the below aggregate functions. First one is count. Second one is minimum. Third one maximum. Fourth one sum. These are the 4 aggregate functions to be supporting by the role of summary field. It's a common question in the admin certification 201. They will give you that, okay, 4 answers. From that one, they will give you 1 wrong answer. Okay. So please find out the below functions which cannot be supporting with the role of summary field. Okay. So now they will be giving 1 wrong function name. Okay. We have to find out that. So the role of summary field will be supporting only 4 aggregate functions. First one is count. The second one is the minimum. Third one maximum. Fourth one is sum. These are the 4 aggregate functions will be supporting by the role of summary field. Now, so in this case, whenever we are going to be creating the role of summary fields and the object, how many role of summary fields that we can have for an object? An object can have maximum of 25 role of summary fields, not more than that. That is the limitation. Okay. Now, limit. An object can have maximum of 25 role of summary fields. An object can have maximum of 25 role of summary fields. Then how can we create the role of summary field, okay, between these 2 objects? We'll see practically now. Now, let's take a scenario. For example, I'm having the position object. I'm having the candidate object also. So now some candidates are available. Okay, only 1 candidate is available as of now. Let me create some more candidate records by cloning this one. Okay, instead of entering the same details again and again and again, just you can make it clone also. Click on clone button and we can able to change the required values whatever you want. His name is Sampavan. So now Pawan is applying for the position called as Java developer. I'm saving this record. I'm cloning this record again. His name is Suresh. And then he is applying for the same Java developer position. I'm cloning this record again. Abhishek. And he is from the Chennai location. He is applying for the position and the SFDC developer. Now, so these are the candidates are available here. I'm having the candidate records. Let me show you. Okay, let me place this particular the remaining details also. I'm going to be editing the columns. Not only the candidate name, I want to show the reference ID also, and the location of the candidate. And then I would like to indicate the contact number and the email ID of the candidate and the notice period and the expected CTC and I want to specify for which position he has been applied. I am representing all this information. So now these are the candidates are available who has been applied for these positions. Okay. Now, so now tell me here, I want to have a field inside my parent object. Okay, that means position object. I want to know for each and every position how many candidates has been applied. Generally, if you want to see what we can do, just to open that each and every position record, inside the related list, we can able to see how many candidates have been applied. For this position, 2 candidates are applied. Like that, we have to open each and every position record, we have to cross-check that. But if I'm having thousands of positions, then looking into each and every position is very, very difficult. So I want a count, okay? I want a count here. I want to know how many number of candidates has been applied for each and every position. So that I would like to have a roller summary field on my position object, which will be representing the count of candidates has been applied for each position. For the Java developer position, how many candidates have been applied? I want that count. For the SFDC developer, the candidates count. SFDC manager, candidates count. For RP position, candidates count, I want that. So that I would like to have a roller summary field. Okay, now. So let's take a use case here. Take a small use case. Configure the roller summary field on the position object to represent the candidates count. To represent the candidates count for each position. For each position. For each position, I want to identify how many number of candidates has been applied. So now tell me on what object we need to create this roller summary field. Object name is nothing but the position object. Okay. So what is the summarized object now? Summarized object means what? Summarizing object means what? What records, what object records you would like to group? Child object here. What is the child object in this case? Candidate. Okay, summarizing object means child object. And the roll up type, that means what type of function you want to use in this case? Count function. That's it. Okay. So now the object name is position on which I would like to create the roll up summary field, and the summarizing object is candidate, and the roll up type is count. That means I want to apply that count function in order to find out that number of candidates available for each and every position. Okay. So now let's see how can we create this roll up summary field. This is also field only, nothing different. This is also field only. Just as of now, upon creating the field, we have selected some data type, like as email type, text type, phone type, lookup relationship type, master detail type. We have selected. Just now we are selecting a different data type that is called as roll up summary. That's it. These are also one of the field type or data type. But internally it is having all the functionality to do the calculations. We no need to do this calculation manually. That will be taken care by Salesforce itself. Now, so now let's go to the position object, create a field additionally. Now go to the view fields. I want to create a new one. Okay, click on new button to create a new field. Select the data type. What is the data type we need to select right now? Roll up summary. Okay, select the data type as roll up summary. Now click on next button. So now it is asking you to specify that field label. Okay, specify that field label over here. I want to indicate number of candidates. Number of candidates has been applied for each and every position here. I'm giving the helper text here. Candidates count applied for the position. I'm giving some helper text. Click on next button. Now it will ask you to select that summarized object here. What object you would like to summarize? That means what is the child object which is having the master detail association with this position. It is populating that candidate object because it as of now candidate object is having the association with position as master detail. Now select that summarized object. Next, select the roll-up type. That means what kind of aggregate function you want to apply. You want to do what? You want to count the records, child records, or you want to get the sum of those values, or the minimum value, or maximum value, or what? These are the 4 aggregate functions to be supporting by the roll-up summary field inside your Salesforce instance. Now here I'm going to be using that count because I want to count the number of candidates. Okay, I want to count the number of candidates. Next one. So now it is indicating the filter criteria. That means you want to consider all the records in the calculation or not. Okay, as part of database, this is having class. Along with the group by, we can use having class also. This is the having class functionality. Okay. Now, so in this case, we are having that. Whenever you are counting the records, all the records you would like to consider in the calculation are only some records which are meeting the criteria. We can decide that. We'll see this concept also again here today. Okay. Now. So now, as of now, for each and every position, how many candidates has been applied, I want to count that. Okay. Now click on next button. The remaining process is same, no change. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users. Make it same. Okay. Now the field has been created. A roll-up summary field has been created. This is the roll-up summary field. The field name is so now number of candidates __ C, which is going to be counting the number of candidates available inside the candidate object. Now, so let's go to the position records. Open any of the position record like some Java developers. Here there is a field has been created, number of candidates 2. So which is the read-only field which cannot be editable to you here. So it is indicating that for this position 2 candidates have been applied. Who are those 2 candidates? When you go to that candidates related list, you can able to see that candidates information also. Okay. So now it is indicating that number of candidates are 2. So that this value we can't modify. Okay, this value we can't modify. Now I want to place this field on my table also inside my home page. I want to place that field here also. Let's go to the edit columns. I want to show the number of candidates has been applied. Now. So now it is indicating that for Java developer position, 2 candidates have been applied. For the SFDC developer, 1 candidate has been applied. For the SFDC manager, 1 candidate has been applied. For the Oracle position, 0 candidates has applied. So we can able to get that count also. We no need to do the count manually by our own. That will be taken care by the Salesforce itself automatically. Okay? Clear?
We can also run this through developer console the query, right?
We have to write that code. Developer console, we have to write that code manually. Okay. So now here in this case, whenever if you want to count how many number of candidates has been applied, or how many number of child records are available for this parent, we can go with the help of roll-up summary fields. Okay. Now, for example, let me show you one more small scenario. For example, Java developer. 2 people has been applied. Both the people are having the notice period as 2 months. For example, let me change one of the candidate records. Okay, notice period. I'm changing the notice period to immediate. Okay. Now, so for the position Java developer, 2 candidates has been applied. From this 2, 1 person is able to join immediate basis. 1 person is able to. He required 2 months of notice period. Now in this case, I want to know how many candidates are available who are able to join on immediate basis. For each position, I want to get the count of immediate joiners count. What we can do? Then what we can do? Okay. In this case, I would like to create one more roll-up summary field on the object, which is used to count the number of candidates whose notice period is equals to immediate. Okay. Clear? Now, let's see. So let's make a note of one more use case. Configure a roll-up summary field on the position object to count the immediate joiners count. to count the immediate joiners for each position. To count the immediate joiners for each position. So how many candidates has been applied? From out of those people, how many people are ready to join on immediate basis? Because there might be some exceptional cases will be getting arise in the organization. Assume that 1 month back we have posted one job notification in our company's the careers column. So many candidates has been applied. From that one, we have selected one person also. So next week will be the onboarding date for that person. Okay, next week will be the onboarding date. Okay, that means we are having still 1 more week is available. That person will be joining next week onwards. Already we have given the confirmation to the client. Next Monday I'm producing a new resource. But today suddenly we got a surprise from the candidate. He has sent an email notification. He is going to join some different company because they have offered good package. So now in this case here, what we can do in this case? Whatever the effort we put as of now, it will be completely waste. But we are having only 1 week of time. In this 1 week, we need the candidate here. Already we are committed to the client here that we are producing the resource on next Monday. Then we need the immediate joiners now. So I want only those candidates who can able to join immediate basis. From there, I would like to pick up the people that can able to conduct the interview. But today or tomorrow, we are giving the offer letter immediately. They will join on Monday itself. So we need that immediate join is count here. So from that one, I would like to find out the candidates who are able to join immediately. So now from those people, will pick up some good profiles and conduct the interview process also. So in this case, we need to have a roll-up summary field in order to find out the candidates who can able to join on immediate basis. Okay. Now, so now tell me your analysis in this case here. What is that object on which you need to create the roll-up summary field? Position object. Summarizing object here. Summarizing object is candidate. And the roll-up type is what? I want to get the count. And then, what is the filter condition here? That means what candidate's information you would like to count? Whose notice period is equals to immediate. So I would like to apply the filter condition because the candidate's notice period. The candidate's notice period equals to immediate. So these are the filter conditions I would like to apply. That means here, whenever I'm going to be counting the records, no need to get all the records count. Sometimes you can able to add some conditions also. Based on the conditions, whatever the records are matched, only those records also we can able to count with the help of roll-up summary fields. Clear? Now, so let's see practically how can we implement that. So I'm going to be creating the roll-up summary field and the position object again. As of now, we have created one. Still, how many we can create then? 24. Totally, an object can have maximum of 25 roll-up summary fields. Not more than that. Okay. Now we have created one as of now. Let me create one more. I'm creating another roll-up summary field. Create a roll-up summary field inside your parent object. Select that field data type as roll-up summary. Okay. Select the data type as roll-up summary. Go to the next. Specify that field label. I would like to indicate here now immediate joiners. Immediate joiners count. So now I would like to get the count of the candidates who can able to join on immediate basis. Go to the next. Select the summarized object. Summarized object is same candidate. Now I want to apply that count. Okay, count of the candidates. Whose candidates count? Only those candidates who can join on immediate basis. Now, when it comes to the filter criteria, here we are having two objects are there. All records should be included in the calculation. Second one, only those records which are meeting the specified criteria will be including in the calculation. We can specify that. But now my requirement is what? I don't want to count the candidates blindly. I want to count only those candidates who can join on immediate basis. That means whose notice period is equals to immediate. So select the second option. Now it is asking you to specify the filter condition. Specify the filter conditions depends upon the requirement. Now inside the candidate object, I would like to verify that. Notice period value will be equals to immediate. So here is quick list of fields. So you will be having lookup icon, select that value immediate. That means please count only those candidate records which are meeting this specific criteria. Okay, which are meeting this specific criteria. Now I would like to select only those candidates which are meeting this specific criteria. Now click on next button. Okay, the remaining process is same. Make the field to be visible to all the profile users. Make it so. Now the field has been created successfully. So we have created one more roll-up summary field here. Immediate joiners count, which is the roll-up summary field on the position object, which is using the count function, which will be counting the records from the candidate. Okay, this is the summarized object in the function, roll-up function, which we will be utilizing internally. Let's go to the position records. Now refresh this user interface, or else you can open that Java developer position. Now, how many candidates have been applied as of now? 2 candidates. From these 2, how many people can join on immediate basis? 1 person. So it is going to be calculating then in some alibadi part of it. Okay, clear? Suppose, for example, now I'm creating one more candidate record right now. Okay, I'm adding one more candidate record. I'm cloning this one. He is also applying for the same Java developer position. His name is some Kiran Kumar. Okay, he is applying for the same position. He is also having the notice period as immediate. Then what will happen now? Will the roll-up summary will be getting recalculated or not? Yes. Whenever a new child record has been created, it will be recalculating the roll-up summary functionality. Let's go to the Java developer. Refresh this one. Now it will be having how many number of candidates are available right now? Totally 3. From this one, 2 people are going to be ready to join on immediate basis. Okay, clear? Suppose, for example, I'm removing this candidate record Kiran Kumar. What will happen then? Will it recalculate or not? Yes. Whenever I'm removing this particular candidate record Kiran Kumar, then automatically it will be getting recalculated. When you refresh that one, it is indicating 2 candidates are available for this position. One will be okay, ready to join on immediate basis. That means what? Whenever we are going to be performing any operation on the child object records, if you're adding a new child record, if you're removing existing child record, if you're modifying the child record, automatically roll-up summary field value will be getting recalculated automatically by default. Okay, roll-up summary will be keep on recalculating whenever the child records has been modified. It can be modified, it can be created, it can be deleted also, it can be restored also automatically. For example, let me restore that candidate record back to the actual object again. I'm going to the recycle bin. I'm selecting this Kiran Kumar record. Click on undelete. Okay, click on undelete here. Now, when you go to the candidates, he is having that Kiran Kumar record is available. He has been applied for Java developer. Refresh this user interface. Now we can see that information. So now 3 candidates are available. 2 persons are ready to join an immediate. That means what? Whenever we are creating a new child record or modifying the existing child or deleting the existing child or restoring the deleted child automatically, roll-up summary field will be getting recalculated automatically by default. So we no need to do that operation manually. That will be taken care by Salesforce itself. Okay, clear? Now,
Hello, sir.
next one. Now, so now let me give you one more small point in this case. In the interview point of view, they will raise a question. For example, I have these 2 objects are available. Let me go to the schema builder. Let me go to the schema builder. I'm having those 2 objects are available. One is position, second one is the candidate. Position object, and the second one is the candidate object. So these are the 2 objects are available right now with me. Both are having master detail. I want to convert this association to lookup. You know how to convert the master detail to lookup. Okay, now I want to convert this association to lookup. Now let's see what will happen in this case. Let's go to the candidate object because relationship field is available inside my candidate object. I'm going to that candidate object. Go to that fields. Go to that master detail relationship field. Open this. What we can do next? Click on edit button. Then next one. Why? There is a roll-up summary field. Okay. So now here in this case, it's a common question in every interview. I have two objects are available with me. Okay, I have two objects are available with me. Between those two objects, I'm having master detail association. Now I'm planning to convert to lookup. When I try to convert to lookup, and I'm able to see the change of field type of button. Why? What is the reason? The reason is between those two objects we have roll-up summary. Roll-up summary field will be applicable on what kind of association? Only on master detail. But what you are trying to do now, converting to lookup here. But in this case here, until or unless you are not removing the roll-up summary fields completely from the object, it won't allow you to convert that association from master detail to lookup. Okay, it's a common question in every interview. Okay, I'm unable to convert that master detail to lookup. I'm unable to see that field that is change the field type of button. That button is not available. Why? What is the reason? The reason is on that parent object we have roll-up summary field. Okay, on that parent object we are having roll-up summary field. Because of that here, roll-up summary field will prevent you to convert the association from master detail to lookup. Okay, clear? This is a common question in every interview. Now, next one. Make a note of some assignments on this roll-up summary. The first one. So I have two objects are there, account object and the opportunity. Even though between those two we are having the lookup association, Salesforce will allow you to create that roll-up summary fields also. That facility is available. Okay, there is a possibility to create roll-up summary fields between account and opportunity. Okay, I want that roll-up summary fields. For example, so let me open that account record, any of the account record. For example, go to that account object. I'm opening this account record Edge Communications. Now tell me for this account, okay, how many opportunities are available? 0. Okay, no opportunities are available. For example, let me take another account record. I'm taking an account record called as Grand Hotels and Resorts. For this one, how many opportunities are available here? 5 opportunities are available. I want this account. Okay, I want this account. So now how many number of opportunities are associated with each and every account? I want to get that count. For that one, I need a roll-up summary field. Okay, with the first use case. Now, make a note of the first assignment here. Configure the roll-up summary fields to count the number of opportunities associated with each account. Associated with each account. Configure the roll-up summary fields to count the number of opportunities for associated with each account. Okay, this is the first assignment. Next, second one. For example, here, no Grand Hotels and Resorts is one of our customer. For example, this customer has visited how many times over here? How many times he has purchased the products from our organization? 5 times. That means here each time he has purchased some products over here. Okay. Now each time he has purchased some products over here. Now here, whenever he is purchasing the product, okay, now they are generating some revenue. Company is generating some revenue. First time, okay, first time when the customer has visited the first time, they have generated some revenue over here. Like, okay, 2,50,000 rupees of revenue they have generated. Now the customer has visited second time to buy some different products. At that time, they have generated the revenue of 3,50,000. Third time customer has visited here, at that time he has generated, okay, 2,10,000. And the fourth time, 90,000. Fifth time, 15,000. So now from this customer, as of now, till now, how much revenue I have generated right now? What we can do? Sum of what? Sum of amount. Okay. Now then what we can do? We need to create a roll-up summary field by using the roll-up type as what? Sum. Okay, sum of what? Amount. Okay, sum of amount field. In this amount field, it is indicating how much revenue we have generated from the customer each time whenever he has visited my organization to buy the products. So totally, how much revenue we have generated from each customer, I want to get that count. Okay. Now make a note of that second use case. Understood the requirement here? Now. Configure the roll-up summary field and the account object to get the sum of total revenue generated from each customer. Generated from each customer. Third one. Configure a roll-up summary field. Configure a roll-up summary field and the position object to count the candidates, who are having 5 years of experience. Who are having 5 years of experience. Okay. So I want to count that now candidates, how many candidates are available who has been applied for the position, and from those candidates, how many people are having that 5 years of experience minimum. I need to count that. For that one, we need one more. Okay, roll summary. Okay, these are the 3 assignments. Okay, try these 3 assignments today. Okay. The next one. Let's see the smart feature. The last one as part of associations, one-to-one relationships. It's a common question in every interview, how to achieve one-to-one association. Why? Because is whenever I'm mapping the association, either look up, it is providing one-to-many. If I'm mapping master detail, it is providing one-to-many. Hierarchical will provide one-to-many, but I want one-to-one in some cases. Like for example, assume that when you go to the organizations, I would like to have some one-to-one associated options. Like, okay, for one employee, we delegate one ID card. One employee, one access card. One employee, one cubicle. One employee, one system. Like that here, we would like to have one-to-one associations, not multiple. But in this case, how can we restrict to add the second child? How can we restrict to add the multiple childs for the same parent? Then what we can do? How to map one-to-one association between the 2 objects in Salesforce? Okay, now how can we implement this one? Tell me your approach. use whatever the features you want. Okay, whatever the features we have discussed. Okay, use all the features whatever you want. Then how can we achieve this one? Suppose, for example, I'm having a parent record, parent 1. For this one, I have added one child 1. Now, for the same parent, I would like to add, okay, another child here. I'm adding another child, like as child 2. Whenever we are adding the child 2, what I want to do, first of all, I want to verify for this parent how many childs are available here. Do we have any childs are available or not? If it is having the child, then how many it is available? Already is having 1. Then second time when you try to create this one, I should not accept this record because already one child is there. Because I want to map one-to-one association, one parent, one child, not multiple. I want to achieve like this. When you try to add the second child, I want to prevent this. So for that one here, what we need to do is, in order to know for this parent how many childs are available, what we need to do? We need to have what? To know how many childs are available for the parent, what we can do? Roll-up summary. Okay. Now roll-up summary. Just we can able to create one roll-up summary field, and then here I would like to make the roll-up summary value should be maximum 1. When you try to create the second child, what will happen? For example, initially I have added one child. What is the roll-up summary value now? 1. Now second time I'm creating the second child. What this value will do? Now this value will be incrementing by 1 more. So in this case, what you want to do here in this case, I want to make it as 1-to-1 only. Now, whenever this value will be greater than 1, I want to stop updating this value. I don't want to update that value. I want to show some error message here. For that one, I would like to use one validation rule. Okay, I would like to use one validation rule. Through validation, whenever this particular roll-up summary field value is greater than 1, I want to show the error message. Don't accept this value because I want to achieve one-to-one association only. Okay, already one child is there, you are trying to add second one, I don't want to accept that. So in this case, whenever if you want to achieve the one-to-one association between the two objects, okay, simply we can use the two features. One is a roll-up summary field, second one is a validation. With the help of a roll-up summary field and the validation rule, we can able to achieve this one-to-one association. Okay, how to do that? Now let's see practically in this case. Okay, now. So now, for example, assume that as of now we have created the position object and then candidate. We have created the roll-up summary field is already available. Number of candidates are also available here. Now I want to make it as one-to-one association. In this case here, I would like to implement. I would like to add one validation rule. Okay, I would like to add one validation rule. And what on the position object, I would like to add one validation rule. Okay. So now how to add the validation rule? Let me give that information. Go to the first StatCon quick access menu. Click on view validation rule. We'll see that validation rules concept next to one. Okay. Now go to that view validation rules. I want to create a new one. Okay. Click on new button. I will give the navigation steps also. Rule name, I'm indicating that. Okay, map one-to-one association. One-to-one relation. Okay, map one-to-one relation. I'm giving that validation rule name. I want to make this validation rule will be in active status. So that select that checkbox. Now, what is the condition you want to do that now? When you want to show the message, if the count value is greater than 1, I want to show error message here. What is that field? What is that field which is having that count value? Number of candidates. Okay, number of candidates. Okay, when you go to my position object here, we are having that field is available. What is that field? Number of candidates. This is the field name. Suppose if you know the field name, then you can type. If you don't know, simply we can able to use that button called as insert field button. Click on insert field button. Inside the position object, there is a field called as number of candidates. Okay, number of candidates. Click on insert. Field will be getting placed. When you want to show the message here, if it is greater than 1, use the operator here itself. You will be having that. Okay, all the operators are available to you. I want to indicate greater than. If it is greater than 1, I want to show the error message. So now if you want to verify whether the syntax is correct or not, there is a button called as check syntax button. Click on check syntax. Now it is indicating that there is no syntactical mistakes found. Okay, the syntax is correct. The formula is correct. Now, suppose if it is greater than 1, what we want to show? I want to show the message. Which message you want to display? Specify the error message here. Now I want to show the message. Now we can't accept more than one candidate for a position. Okay, we can't accept more than one candidate for a position. Then where you want to show this error message? On the top of the page, I want to show this error message. It is indicating top of the page. Okay, now just click on save. Create a validation rule by specifying the rule name. Make this rule will be in active status by selecting that active checkbox. This will be by default selected. Specify the formula condition and then specify the error message. That means if it is more than one, then what error message you want to display. You can specify the error message whatever you want. Now click on save button. Okay. Now my rule has been created successfully. Okay, now my rule has been created successfully. Now let's try it from now onwards. Go to that position. So now for this position, okay, SFDC developer, how many candidates are there? One candidate is there. Now I'm trying to be adding one more candidate right now. So let's go to the candidates. I'm creating another candidate here. Let's open the existing one to make it clone. I'm giving that name as some Abhinav Sharma. Okay, Abhinav Sharma. He is applying for the position SFDC developer. Okay, SFDC developer. Already for the position SFDC developer, one candidate is already there. Now I'm trying to be adding one more child. Now click on save button. Once you click on save, it is indicating that we can't accept more than one candidate, okay, for a position. That means it won't allow. Even though once you click on the 100 time also here save button, it won't accept over here. Because already one candidate has been applied, so we can't accept one more candidate. So this is how we can able to achieve one-to-one association also between the two objects. Okay, clear? So now it is a common question in every interview: how to achieve one-to-one association between the two objects? Okay, in Salesforce through configuration. This can be done with the help of two features. One is one roller summary field. Second one validation rule. By using these two features, we can able to achieve one-to-one association between two objects. Okay, clear? Now make a note of this one. In this approach, a parent record can have only one associated child record. Okay, only one associated child record. When the user tries to add the second child record, it should not accept. It should not accept. We can achieve the one-to-one association between the objects by using a roll-up summary field and a validation rule. By using a roll-up summary field and a validation rule, we can able to achieve one-to-one association between these two objects. Now, step 1. In this case, what needs to be done? Create a roll-up summary field first. Roll-up summary field on the parent object with a count function. As a step 2. Create a validation rule on the parent object. To prevent the roll-up summary field value should not be more than 1. More than 1. In this case. Click on the Positions tab. Expand the force icon quick access menu. Click on New Validation Rules link. Enter the validation rule name and description. Select the active checkbox. Enter the rule conditions to be get verified. I'm giving the rule condition as number of candidates greater than 1. Enter the error message to be visible if the condition satisfied. Select the error message location as top of the page and then click on Save. These are the 2 steps we need to follow in order to achieve one-to-one association between these 2 objects. These are the various features are available as part of your data modeling. With this one, we are done with the data modeling part. That means here, how can we create the objects and then creating the fields, mapping the associations among the objects, and then mapping the different types of associations, configuring roll-up summary fields, all these things are considered the data modeling part. That means these are database design part. So without writing any script, just by using the configuration feature, just by using some mouse clicks, we are able to design the database also. Done? No. The next one is email templates. Now tell me generally, what do you mean by this email template? What is the use? Okay. Why we are using these generally these emails? Okay. Generally, email templates are used to send the email notifications to the people. Based on the email ID, we can send the email notification. Like for example, assume that I have an organization. In my organization, so many employees are there, customers are there, we have the partners who are working for us, and then we are having some end users also. So many people are there. Now, regarding some meeting or regarding some information, I would like to contact these people. For example, assume that today is a new year. On the occasion of the new year, I would like to send some wishes to all these people. But I'm having some millions of customers are there, millions of end users, partners, customers are there, employees are also available. But giving the wishes information on the occasion of New Year by making the call to each and every person is difficult. We can't make the call to each and every person. So I would like to use the simplest way to send the notifications, email notifications. I would like to send an email notification to all the people by attaching one greeting card regarding a New Year wishes. Suppose, for example, today some of my customers' birthday. Today is some of my customers' birthday. So on the occasion of his birthday, I want to send some wishes by attaching one greeting card through email notifications. Okay. So now today we are releasing some new products into the market. So regarding that new products, we are going to inform to all our partners. Okay, so that I want to send some email notifications. So that means what? Whenever we are going to notify to the people, we are using the help of the feature called as email notification. Because nowadays customers are expecting the notifications immediately. They're expecting the notification fastly. Suppose, for example, come to a scenario, I went to the bank to deposit some money. Okay, I physically have visited the bank branch. I have deposited the money by visiting the counter. The money has been deposited. Immediately, what we're expecting, one SMS and then one email notifications. Okay, based on my registered mobile number and the email ID, will be expecting the notification. So after depositing the money, after visiting the counter, I have waited inside the bank for 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, I did not get any SMS. What the people will start in this case? Now, immediately, once the transaction has been done, immediately customer is looking into the mobile and message SMS has been delivered. If you did not get the SMS within 2 minutes, okay, then what the people will start up in this case? The people will start up, maybe bank application is not working properly. So immediately they will go to the nearest ATM center, they will verify the balance. Balance has been reflected on. That means what the people are expecting the confirmation immediately. An SMS notification or email notification also in this case. So whenever we are performing any bank transactions, the people are receiving some email notification. If you are reserving any ticket, okay, travel ticket, movie ticket, or whatever, we are receiving the email notifications also. That means wherever you go, we are going to be using the help of email notifications. Now in Salesforce also, through Salesforce, we can able to send the email notification to the external people, okay, by preparing the draft. That means by preparing the template, those are called as email templates. Through email templates, we can able to prepare a draft. For example, come to a general scenario. Today, a customer has made a call to my organization to raise a complaint. He's facing some problem with the product. So he made a call to my customer care. He has explained about the problem which he is facing. Once the case has been registered successfully, what we need to do? We have to send some notification back, right? Suppose if the customer did not receive the notification, then he will start up. Case is not registered still. So keep on, he will make the call to the customer care. Keep on, he's raising the same case again and again and again. But at that time, multiple duplicate cases will be getting arised. So to avoid this kind of problems, immediately I want to send some notification to the people. I want to give some acknowledgement or some confirmation to the user. Dear customer, your case has been registered successfully. This is your case ID. This is the case number. One of our service person will contact you shortly. I want to send some notification. Then he will get the confirmation. My case has been registered successfully. So he won't make the call again. He will wait for 2 days. Within the 2 days, if nobody has given the call, then he will make the call to the customer care again. That means we are having the time till 2 days. Okay. So now in this case, what happened? We need to send some confirmation back to the people. For that reason, we have to send the email notification also. But at that time, no need to prepare that notification manually by our own. That we can able to automate through Salesforce itself. Like when you go to that bank, after depositing the money, okay, you will be getting that email notification. Dear customer, your account number ending with some 1234 has been credited with so and so amount, and this is the net available balance. So who is sending that email notification? Who is sending that SMS notification to you? Bank employee? No. The bank people can't send that notification because if they're doing all these operations manually, it will take more time so that they can't serve to the multiple customers. So that we need to perform some operations by our own, some operations we need to make it automated by using that application. So here also there is a feature called as email templates. Okay, by using this email template, we can able to prepare a draft. We can prepare a template in which we can specify what subject, what content needs to be delivered to the people. So that by using that template, we can send a notification to the people whenever you want. So in this case, in order to send the notification to the people, through email notifications, we are preparing a draft or we are preparing a template that is called as email templates in Salesforce. Okay. In the email template, what it contains email subject, email content. That means what subject you want to deliver, what content you want to deliver to the people, that information we are placing inside that. Because I don't want to type that information manually upon sending. I would like to be ready with that template. Whenever if you want to send, directly use the template, send the notification to the people itself. The facility is available as part of Salesforce by creating that email templates. Now, so in this case, upon sending the email notification, generally we need that email servers have to be get configured. Like if you want to send the email notification through any other application, any programming, we have to configure SMTP servers. Simple mail transmission protocol. Because of this SMTP servers only, we can send the emails, we can receive the email notifications. Okay. Without this SMTP server configuration, we can't do that. But in Salesforce, no need to configure any servers. Email servers are already configured for you. Just we can specify what subject you want to send, what content you want to send, to whom you want to send. That's it. Okay. Email servers are already configured for you. No need to configure anything. No need to enable any settings. Salesforce is providing that email servers to you by default. Email servers are configured by default for every organization. Every organization is having the capability to send the email notification, to receive the email notifications also for. That means both outbound, inbound, both will be possible in Salesforce. Okay, we can send the email notification from Salesforce. We can receive the email notification from external email IDs also. Both are possible in Salesforce. The facility is available to you. Salesforce is capable to send. Salesforce is capable to receive the email notification from the external customers' email IDs also. The facility is available. So in this case, upon sending the email notification, then so what kind of subject, what kind of content we need to deliver. So for that one, we have to prepare a draft. We have to prepare a template that is called as email template. By using this email template, okay, we can able to prepare our own draft, our own subject, our own content which we would like to deliver to the people. Okay. Now, so now here in this case here, upon creating this email template, Salesforce has given two types of email templates to you by default. Okay. Salesforce has given that two types of email templates. You know, the same story again. Standard, custom, right? Standard email templates. Second one, custom email templates. We are having two types of email templates available in Salesforce. Two categories are there. First one is standard email template. Second one is custom email templates. What do you mean by standard and what do you mean by custom? Standard in the sense ready-made, which has been given by Salesforce. Salesforce has given so many ready-made email templates by default. Salesforce has given so many ready-made email templates by default, which will be having some subject, which will be having some content, which is used to send the notification to the customer through CRM application. That means those email templates are utilizing by the CRM application, like as sales application, service application, marketing applications. Those applications are using those templates. Now, can I use the same template in my custom application also? Yes, there is a possibility. Whatever the email templates has been given by Salesforce, those are called as standard email templates, which are utilizing inside the Salesforce CRM applications. The same template we can use inside our custom applications also wherever you want. Okay, so now according to that here, according to the requirement, we can able to utilize those standard email templates also. Suppose if the existing standard email templates are not suitable, then we can create our own custom email templates also with the required subject, with the required content which you want to deliver to the people. Depends upon your business requirement, what subject and what content you want to deliver, that we can able to decide by preparing our own email template, which is called as custom email templates in Salesforce. So, as part of email templates, we are having standard and then custom email templates are available. Then where are these email templates will be getting results? In which object are the email templates will be getting results? Now, so all the account records are storing in which object? Account object. Contact records, lead records, case records, email template records, email template object. Same. So here also we are having an object called as email template object. Email template is a standard object in Salesforce in which all the email templates information will be getting resides. It may be standard, it may be custom. All the email templates which have been given by Salesforce and which have been created by you, all the email templates will get resides inside an object called as email template object. It's a standard object maintained by Salesforce to store all the email templates. Now, then where we can see these email templates available in Salesforce? If you want to see all the email templates which are available inside the organization, go to that setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Go to the communication templates. We are having an option called as classic email templates. Okay, classic email templates. We are having an option called as classic email templates. We have to go to the setup menu, administrator menu in the left panel, communication template. These are also called as communication template. That means we are using this email notification to communicate with the customers, to communicate with the partners or employees or end users also, so that email templates are also called as communication templates in Salesforce. So go to the communication templates and then use that option classic email templates. Then we can see all the email templates which has been given by Salesforce by default, which includes both standard and custom. Okay, but we haven't created anything as of now. So all the email templates which have been given by Salesforce, we'll see right now inside that. So let's go to the navigation. Go to the setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Click on communication templates. Select the option classic email templates. Once you click on this classic email templates, Salesforce has given so many email templates to you by default. They have given that so many email templates. These are the various templates that have been given by Salesforce. These are the ready-made templates. Now it is indicating product inquiry response. That means whenever you make a call to the particular organization to get an inquiry about a particular product, okay, so at that time we can able to send the response back to the person, okay, by using this template. Okay, so now new customer email. Whenever a new customer has started utilizing that, whenever a new customer has been added to access our Salesforce application, we can send a notification. Whenever a new case has been getting created through phone inquiry, whenever the customer made a call to the customer care to raise a complaint, once the case has been created successfully, to send the notification back to the customer, we are using that the email template separately. If the case has been assigned to a service person, then I am going to be indicating that case assignment notification. That means whenever a case has been assigned to a service person to work on that case, okay, so at that time we are sending the notification to the service person. This is the case has been assigned to you. So now this is the case description. So please contact the customer, get the information, go to that place and resolve the problem. So we can send the notification to that support person also. Like that, here we are having the so many email templates which have been given by Salesforce. Along with that, we can create our own custom email templates also. Then how to create our own custom email templates, we'll see in tomorrow's session. In tomorrow's session, we'll see how to create the email templates, how can we test it manually, we'll see, and then we'll see how can we make this process automated with the help of workflows and the process builders concept. Okay.